Hey guys, it's Billy. How's it going? Coming at you with another video today. I know I've just been clogging up your guys' your feed. You don't hear from me for 2 or 3 months, and then all of a sudden, boom, tons of videos. That's how I roll. I hope you guys are doing okay, and it doesn't bother too many of you that I'm coming at you with a bunch of stuff all at once. But I could not let this one go any longer. It's been a long time coming. My buddy Mitch Wood from Kansas City. Guys, if you are not subscribed to Mitch Wood, and I know he doesn't make a bunch of videos, but he is a wonderful, wonderful dude. I'm so glad I've gotten to know him outside of the VC and even Facebook. You know, we talk, we FaceTime, we have become really good friends over the last year. But my buddy Mitch Wood, you definitely need to subscribe, Mitch, because he's not only is he a great dude, he's got a great collection, a growing collection. He is curating his dad's collection. He took over his dad's collection when he passed, which his dad had unbelievable taste, had great sensibility of rock and metal, and even some obscure stuff, and guitar guys, you know, guitar rock, just some really great stuff. And then Mitch has some great tastes of his own that he mixes in it, and it works great. He has a great channel. And I think he either just uploaded a new video or just getting ready to upload a new video. So go check him out. I'll leave the information down below. But let's jump right into this. Anyway, Mitch and I have sent packages back and forth. He's trying to get some of the more standardized things that maybe his dad didn't have. He did have to get rid of his collection years ago. Not his dad, but Mitch. He ended up getting rid of his collection, kind of like we all probably have it at one time or another. You run into hard times and you just do what you got to do. So hopefully those days are done, Mitch, and you're working on a killer collection that you'll have and be able to enjoy for quite some time. But you know, I've been sending him some staple pieces that he's wanted. He does enjoy a little bit of country, so I'm trying to turn him on to some of the country stuff that I think he might enjoy, and then get him some of those pieces that he may not have had. I think I sent him some Van Halens and some other things. But anyway, he has returned the favor, and he's always watched out for me as far as if he sees something that he thinks I might like or might be interested in. He sends me a link, whether it's on Facebook or through Messenger or through a text or whatever. And actually, he's the guy that turned me on to the Van Halen Japanese pressings that you saw in a video a couple days ago. If you haven't seen that, go check out that Van Halen Japanese pressings video. Great stuff. I am so glad that I have that, and thank you again, Mitch, for turning me on to that. But Mitch sent me a package of things. Some of this is VCLT, some of this is stuff that he's just picked up for me. He's been out at record stores, and he'll see something that he knows I might like, and he'll just give me a call and say, hey dude, they've got this, do you have it, do you want it? He'll work out a deal for me. You know, I say, hey, I'm willing to pay that much, what do you think the condition's in? Even though they say it's this condition, I trust his judgment and his eye and his grading, and he has never steered me wrong. So like I said, some of this is VCLT, which I will point out, and then some of this stuff is stuff that he has picked up from me that I have just paid for either over the phone. I've done that with Brandon as well. It's nice when you have guys you can trust to do that for you, that look out for you. You can trust them. They'll pick up stuff for you. So without further ado, Mitch had picked up a collection recently, and it had this Billy Joel half-speed master in it of An Innocent Man. And this is the mid-'80s Billy Joel with you know, stuff like Innocent Man, The Longest Time, Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, really good stuff, and I'm glad to have this. Thank you so much for this, Mitch. This is definitely a great addition to the collection. Let me set that off to the side here. Then this was really cool. This is one of those things that I'm not sure. I can't remember if he picked it up for me, if I paid for it, or if he just went ahead and picked it up. It wasn't that expensive, but it's something that I needed. Now, this used to be a really extremely hard record to find, and it still is. It's Hank Williams Jr., The Early Years. It's a two-price set put out by Curb Records, I believe. Yep, Curb Records in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. I don't see a date on here, but it says The Early Years, but it just has a bunch of stuff on it that it's just a two-disc comp, but it is hard to find. All of a sudden, so I didn't have this, and I've collected Hank Williams Jr. for a long time. Now all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. They did not reissue it. These are all original pressings, but all of a sudden you're seeing these pop up here and there, and they're not that expensive. This was, 8 or 10 or 12 bucks. So he went ahead and picked this up for me, and I'm so glad. This was 8 bucks. I'm so glad that he did. So thank you for that, Mitch. So that's going to go in my. I'm working on a Hank Williams Jr. custom box set. So that's going to go in that box set, and it will fill out that box set nicely. So thank you for that, Mitch. This next one was in his dad's collection, and Mitch is very adamant about not getting rid of stuff from his dad's collection, which I can't blame him. But he has sent me one other piece, an Iron Maiden picture disc, which is I'm going to get framed and put up on the wall with the Metallica and Megadeth and Scorpion stuff over on the other wall with my heavy metal wall. But this, I'm so glad his dad Craig kept this, and not only that, but Mitch entrusted me with passing it down to me. This is David Allan Coe, Human Emotions. This is a great album, and it's not only a great album, but it's a white label promo with the timing label on the front. So it has the gold stamp promo on the top back, but then it also has, just needs a good cleaning here. Let's see, there, white label promo. So this has a happy side and what he calls a suicide. But the songs on here, Would You Lay With Me in a Field of Stone, You Can Count on Me, which is a great song, Mississippi River Queen, and then on the suicide, which is the side B, Whiskey and Women, Jack Daniels, If You Please, and Human Emotions. Good stuff. A great album that I have a handful of copies of, but I did not have a white label promo. So thank you for that, Mitch. Thank you for sending me over this out of your father's collection. I greatly appreciate that. Then this one was one that I was super stoked to find. I have a pretty extensive David Allan Coe collection. Maybe one of these days, if you guys care to see it, I will show you what I have. But I have an extensive David Allan Coe collection. This was one that has been kind of eluding me for quite some time, and we're talking nearly 30 years of collecting. I have not seen this I've seen it, but I have not seen it in good condition, and I've certainly not seen it in a 1977 Plantations U.S. first issue. This is David Allan Coe. Was it Moon? Texas Moon? What the hell did they call this? Yes, Texas Moon. Obviously, they're all mooning you here. Even they got the dog doing it here. But this is a very hard to find record, and it's on the Plantation label there. But check out that cover. Now you can understand why it's so hard to find. The big guy here is David Allan Coe, I believe. This guy here, he's even got his nuts out. So there you have it. Mitch, thank you so much for not only spotting this, but having the foresight to call me and see if I needed it, and then working out a deal for it. Thank you so much for that, Mitch. Same thing with this one. Mitch had seen this in a record store. I believe had tried to call me, but I was probably working a game, and then got home, told me, hey, do you, I know you had mentioned you didn't really want this record at some point, I think it may have been whenever I picked up my copy of Van Halen Balance over a year ago. I think I had posted that I had everything, that now my Van Halen collection was complete, because I didn't care to have a different kind of truth. Because honestly, it was one of those things I'd never really given the record a chance. I based my decision solely on the shittiness of the single Tattoo. But I did not listen to the rest of it. Anyhow, thought that I would not want it. He spotted this in the record store, and it's so hard to find in the United States. This is a excellent. I mean, it's better than VG Plus, not quite near mint. It has one minor ding down here in the corner, but it's an overall excellent copy of an album with a foil cover, which is just impossible to keep in great condition. It's the red vinyl. Here, I'm not going to take it out, but it is the red vinyl. And I'll tell you what changed my mind on this, guys. Eddie Trunk, I listened to Eddie Trunk, and he was talking about the 40th anniversary of the debut, the Van Halen debut this year. So yeah, obviously released in 1978. Here we are, 2018, and the fact that they didn't do anything to commemorate the 40th anniversary, which is just absurd and silly, and lazy on their part, honestly. But he was talking about, and who knows, maybe they've done something since then, since that broadcast. But at that point, they hadn't done anything, and there were no plans to do anything. But somehow or another, this album got brought up, and he convinced me to give it a try. He said there was, other than the terrible single, which even he questioned, why would they ever lead off, why would they ever release it, let alone make it the lead single for a new album, when the rest of the album is pure guitar rock. It's unbelievable, so I gave it a try, listened to it, streamed some of it online, and it was great. So when Mitch called and said he had seen this, not only in the States, but for a good price, in the condition it was, he was able to negotiate a little bit of a better price for me, I believe, and it was something that I was definitely happy with, because I could not even buy it on Discogs and have it shipped in for anywhere near the price that Mitch got this for me for. So thank you again for that, brother. I am so happy to have that, and now I can say my Van Halen US pressing is not complete, because I still need the Tokyo Live, which is the last one. It's like a box set, a 3 or 4 LP set from this tour. So I still need to get that to get my Van Halen US pressings complete, but this is a big one to almost put that final nail in the door for my Van Halen US pressing. So thank you for that, Mitch. Now, the rest of this stuff is all VCLT from Mitch. Like I said, he had bought a collection and had give me a call, a FaceTime video, and we were flipping through some things. And I always hate to say, yes, I'd like to have that, or oh, I want that, or oh, I want that, because, you know, I want to give people who buy stuff, obviously when I buy something, I don't like people saying, oh, I want that, oh, I want that. But if I give you guys opportunity, if I've already picked out what I want, and I give you guys first dibs, there's a reason I give you guys first dibs. If I'm going to take something to a record store, or if I'm going to list it online or whatever, I'd much rather let you guys have first dibs at it, and you guys get either VCLT out of it, or just get a good deal. You'll get it at a much better deal than what I would sell it for online. So that's what Mitch did here, and he was kind enough to send these to me as VCLT. Thank you so much for that, Mitch. Let's jump in with Huey Lewis and the News Sports. This is a open in shrink with price sticker and hype sticker of Huey Lewis and the News Sports. I probably have had 10 or a dozen or more copies of this throughout my collecting days, and this is hands down, and I've probably got 5 copies in my collection right here behind me, and they're all good copies, but this is hands down the best copy I have ever seen. I mean, you couldn't have gotten it any cleaner the day you bought it off the shelf in whatever, 1984 when this came out, 1983. So thank you for that, Mitch. You know I love this album. Everybody knows I love this album. How can you not love this album? So Huey Lewis and the New Sports. Thank you for that one, Mitch. Then there were a couple things here that I was really stoked about. I have a decent Creedence Clearwater Revival collection that I've just been kind of getting here and there over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I got the love for Creedence Clearwater Revival from Mom. So obviously I have their hits and I have their popular stuff, but I didn't go back and dig for really good quality pressings of some of their older, harder to find stuff. So this is Mardi Gras, and just a beautiful. And you see these, you know, you guys, you see these, but you usually see them in their beat to hell. This was very nice. So this has what is on this one? Sweet Hitchhiker. For a reason. Hello, Mary Lou. I wonder if that's the. I haven't listened to this yet. I wonder if that is like the Statler Brothers. Hello, Mary Lou. Anyway, that's it. Sweet Hitchhiker and Hello, Mary Lou are the only two that I am familiar with off the top of my head, just by reading the names, the titles on the back. So there you have it. That is Creedence Clearwater Revival, Mardi Gras. And then another one here. Let me jump back in. Pendulum, another one that you usually see kind of beat up a little bit when you do see it. You don't see it. I don't see it that often around here, but when I do see it, it is beat to shreds. This one has Have You Ever Seen the Rain and Hey Tonight. Those are the two big ones off of this. But here's the back. Just a gorgeous copy. Mitch, you really hooked a brother up with these. I really appreciate these. And these are original pressings on Fantasy. I believe it'll show you the gatefold since I've got it out. It's just a beautiful, beautiful copy here. Let me pull this out. So yeah, on the blue Fantasy label. And the pressings, the vinyl is just gorgeous on these. So Mitch, thank you again for that. And then the last Creedence piece that he gave me was Cosmos Factory, which is probably in most people's opinion some of their best work, and it does have just the slightest bit of ring wear starting here, but I am definitely not concerned about that, because again, this is one that you see when you do find it, it is beat to shreds. The back is nice, just the slightest bit of ring wear being started on there. But this one has so many good ones. Before You Accuse Me, Traveling Band, Looking Out My Back Door, Run Through the Jungle, Up Around the Bend, Who'll Stop the Rain, Heard It Through the Grapevine, and Long As I Can See the Light. Dude, if that's not a greatest hits comp on an album, I don't know what is. That is a killer album, and thank you so much for sending me that one, Mitch. Definitely going to find a welcome home in the collection here behind me. And then last but not least, he sent me these. There was so much, he had to send it in 2 different packages. So this package arrived yesterday, and he had some metal records that were still sealed that he had asked if I was interested in. And initially I wanted him to try and sell some of this stuff. If he could, maybe to get some of his investment back for picking up that collection. But he was kind enough, he went ahead and sent them to me, so they're going to have a good home here. These are all sealed, original. This is Vengeance. It says here, for the U.S. debut of Vengeance, Take It or Leave It. So I'm not familiar with a lot of these in here, but I will definitely, I'll probably crack some of these. There's one in here that I'm going to keep sealed because I do have, actually 2 that I will keep sealed because I do have open originals of those already. This one here is the Rock City Angels, Young Man's Blues. This one looks pretty interesting. I'm kind of pumped to hear this one. This looks like it's going to be sleazy, sludgy, bluesy rock, and that kind of stuff is right up my alley. I love, you know, the Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses, and oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. You know, gosh, I can't even think of the other bands that are that way. But you know who, guys know who I'm talking about. Now this is one that I will, actually these last two. So I'm gonna pull this one because this one will get open. This is Hurricane, and it says here the first full-length album by Los Angeles' premier melodic hard rock band, produced by Bob Ezrin and Mike Klink. So it's gonna sound good. Whether the songs are worth a damn or not, we will find out. But there we have it. Thank you for that. And then these last two I'm going to leave sealed because I do have original copies opened of these. So this is Black and Blue in Heat. Get the glare off of there as much as I can. I'll leave that one sealed because I do have a copy of that, and then I do have a copy of Kingdom Come as well. So there we go. Love all the price stickers, and even the reduced. It's got the hype sticker here, the regular price sticker, the reduced price sticker. But these are all in great shape. Thank you so much for those, Mitch. I appreciate that. The other band I was thinking about was Faster Pussycat. That's the other band. Excuse me. That kind of that bluesy, dirty rock. So can't wait to give those babies a spin. And Mitch, thank you so much for your generosity, for your friendship. Guys, once again, thank you for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to Mitch, make sure you click on the information below, the link below. Go give him a like, give him a subscribe, watch some of his videos. Good dude. Guys, hope you guys have a great weekend. As always, thanks for tuning in. Take care. Peace.